Hello and welcome to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Of course, I am Auntie, and I am so excited for tonight's show. Listen, it's what, a week away from Christmas? Dang. We're a week away from Christmas. Time has flown, and we are about 2.5 weeks away from the event. We're going to get more into that before we get through the show. But before we even jump in, we're going to go ahead and get a word from our sponsors, and then we're going to jump into some of these news stories around the world. Of course, this your girl, Make It Make Sense with Auntie podcast. You tune in every Tuesday at 9 p.m. BFAM 109.6, or you can catch me on YouTube, AUNTI_MIMS Auntie Mims on YouTube. You can go ahead and catch me on YouTube. Find me on Instagram, TikTok. I am your auntie. I am that auntie. You already know that. If you need somebody to talk to, y'all can just go ahead and hit me up. Telephone number is listed below. If you want to send in a comment or a response, that number is available to you for access, and you will get me directly. There's nobody else going to answer that telephone, so the voice you hear on the other end is me. But I am auntie. If you'd like to make a donation to the show, you can go ahead and hit up Cash App. AUNTI24 to keep it going. We ready for 2026, getting ready for the countdown. If you know, you know. Make it make sense with Auntie. And y'all already know. Smooth Transitions Design Media Group. Y'all have to contact your boy Show Out over the listen. His creativity is wild. He is doing newer, better things, bigger, better things. We going into some other building for events. We're putting together some more t-shirt designs. His creativity is wild. We got a special going on right now, $15 special, Christmas special, any design. So if you go on the page, got something that you want, something that you like, you can go ahead and send that order in so you can get it now before the holidays. You can go ahead and get Grinch. Like I said, we have a $15 special right now. Contact Show Out. Tell them Auntie sent you. Tell them Auntie sent you. I'm telling you, anything that you need, go ahead and reach out to them so we can get those orders out to you before the holiday season. I just told y'all Christmas is a week away. And you got to make it make sense. So go ahead and make it make sense for
Since
Auntie.
2026. Laugh, learn,
That's right.
and actually make it make sense. We're bringing the Fruitiverse to life, and you're invited. Music, games, giveaways, swag bag, youth.
All right. So this, I don't know. It was jumping around a little bit. But if you don't know what that is, it's Make It Make Sense with Aunties. BFAM 109.6, Auntie Giving Back, Fruitiverse Youth Day, which is the Make It Make Sense Youth 2026, which is going down Saturday, January the 3rd, 2026. And we will be at the Spaces at the Battery in Atlanta. If you don't know, now you do. You want to get your tickets. Tickets are really going fast. I'm super excited about the out. Listen, if you don't know, if you was not there last year, it went down. But I did. I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I thank the city of Atlanta. I thank Marietta. Listen, I thank the Spaces. We love, you know what I'm saying? We all for the Atlanta Braves. Thank you so much. Thank you, Truist Park, for welcoming us, for having us there. We are coming back. This time it's going to be better than the last time. This time you get to meet the Fruitlings, which are a part of my Fruitiverse, which is an educational program for the youth and young adults, and something you must know, there has something out there for the adults too. It's something that families can learn together no matter what it is that you're dealing with. Excuse me. Excuse me. I've been sipping, y'all. Holidays I've been sipping. I done lost my cup. I don't know what I do with my cup. I had a cup of wine somewhere. Oh, I found it. But so the Fruitiverse is, you know what I'm saying, it takes you into what we're dealing with: emotional intelligence. You're dealing with, you know what I'm saying, resilience. We're dealing with self-love. It takes you on a journey. And in this journey, like I said, parents, youth, young adults, whether you are, listen, 6 months up. That's what the target goal is. We start with babies, even as the adults, they can learn. We're gonna, reprogram as we see that it can be done. It can be done. It truly can. And so we are going to do that. So January 3rd, if you are in the Atlanta, Marietta, Georgia area, even if you ain't, if you want to travel looking for something to do that weekend, that Saturday, come out, join us at the Spaces at the Battery Atlanta. You can get your tickets on Eventbrite. I'm telling you, the tickets are going fast. I am truly thankful for the outpouring. And like the space will, I mean, it's only space for so many people that can be a part of this event. It is an indoor event. You know what I'm saying? You do have access to outside, but this is an indoor event. So, once the tickets are gone, the tickets are gone. If you would like to be a sponsor, I know the deadline was the 15th, but we have extended that to the 20th. If you would like to be a sponsor, if you have any donations for this event, contact me at admin at Make It Make Sense with Auntie, or you can contact me at Lemons Make It Make Sense for Auntie, or the telephone number that is listed below. Contact me, DM me if you would like to make a donation, if you would like to get your items into the swag bag, if you would like to be a vendor, if you would just like to get your tickets, bring your group out. Contact me. Let's work together. This year we are the theme is problem solving. So we're gonna get the kids together, we're gonna bring them out, we're gonna do some vision board planning, we're gonna do some planning for success in 2026. We're gonna make it make sense. So I'm telling you, if you're looking for something to do that weekend, it's the Saturday before the kids go back to school from the holiday break. It's something for you to do with as a family. Everybody come out. We have gifts, we have games, we have food, we have a good time. I'm looking for it. We get to learn. We get to learn from each other. We get to network. We get the fellowship. I have a saying that blood don't make you family. It just makes you related. And trust me, I have some family in other places and I'm your auntie. Once you meet me, baby, I'm your auntie. I am your auntie. Don't never tell nobody you ain't got nobody. And you can't tell nobody you don't have nobody to call because my phone number is scrolling across the screen. You can go ahead. You can contact me if you need, I do life coaching for youth and young adults. I do accountability coaching. We do other courses working with, little small groups, big groups, whatever it is, motivational speaking. Y'all contact me, call me. I am available 2026. We're doing big things and I'm trying to go on tour. We're going to speak that into existence. We spoke everything else into existence and I believe that we're going to still walk in it. So we're going to keep doing that for 2026. We're going to make it make sense. Now, because I got a few stories. We did it last week, so we're gonna try to pull it together this week, and we're gonna try to do it again. I'm gonna take you to the news, and I'm gonna say flabbergasted, because one of my I like them a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was scrolling through, and we always talk about all the stuff that goes on, and we have to think about celebrities. They are always put on a higher pedestal than a lot of people. So the things that they go through, you know, um, seems to be, under a spotlight. It's literally under a spotlight for everybody in the world to know what's going on, for everybody to see. So one of my favorite stars recently had an incident where he OD. If you seen it, TMZ, of course, they ran the store, people ran the store, but it wasn't the ODing that got me. It was his response. And I know I say it all the time. Sometimes you have to just let people tell y'all like what they're really going through. In some situations, sometimes people, they just tired or whatever it is, but you have to really listen and pay attention just pay attention. So we're gonna go to one of my favorite stars, and it's actor Andy Dick. Recently he had an OD scare. And we're gonna go to a video that I found in his response to this OD. And I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this response. You can go ahead with that, DC.
Andy, how are you doing? Since everything happened yesterday.
Okay, I have a couple questions for you. What do you mean by everything? What is everything?
Since the video that came out.
What happened?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Are you okay?
Doesn't it look like I'm 100% fine? 110%.
Now I know you too.
Okay. So if this video, if you continue to watch more on this video, and y'all go ahead, because this ain't TMZ, but you can go watch his response. As they've continued to talk about this man they asked him, had he taken something? Because if you didn't know what happened, they found him, I think it was in Central Park. He was passed out. One of his friends that know him seen him passed out. Some people got him, they gave him Narcan, took him to a hospital. He recovered. But when he responds, they asked him what this man had took. This man literally told these people that he met somebody that was sitting down on the streets that was dealing with something, and they were smoking crack, pulled out 4 and the man told them that sometimes it's okay to just smoke a little crack. Now, they say he deals with mental health issues. They say this man deals with a lot of stuff. My question is, why does it always have to be mental health? Why is it that he just didn't want to just try that? Like, do y'all really feel that every time somebody goes out there and get on drugs is because they have a mental condition? Or do you truly believe that stress? And these are people that are at this, because we see it all the time, all these people that are on drugs, that we really truly believe that these people have mental illnesses every single time that they go out there? And why can't we just listen to somebody and take them for what they're telling you? Because I've met somebody on drugs that told me that they just like to do it. I asked the person why they did something. They said because they wanted to try it and they liked the way it made them feel. Okay, why does that person have to be labeled as, oh, something is mentally wrong with them? I don't believe truly that there's nothing wrong with this man. I don't. I feel like maybe he is tired, he is stressed out. He is pressured. As we can see, this private moment has gone viral. The private moment has gone viral. We see it every single day. These people are put in positions where they chose to be in a celebrity, chose to be out, to put so much out there. I'm a very transparent person, so y'all see a lot of stuff. Everybody can't handle what I can handle, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this man can't handle what I handle. I'm just saying y'all got to stop always going to just assuming. Cause yeah, I just feel like the man wanted to smoke. Okay, that's what the man told y'all. That's what he wanted to do. That's what he did. That's my. Listen, that's my response. People, you can't get mad at me about a response. That's how I feel. I don't believe that everybody that goes and gets high on drugs has a mental issue. I believe some people just tried, some people just tried it, some people had to introduce to them from some other reason, which we all know those things happen. Do I believe this man has a mental illness? No, I do not believe this man has a mental illness. And I'm gonna tell y'all, if people that have depression, I understand sometimes it's made labeled that the whole world has been in a situation of depression. So that would mean that everybody suffers from it. Everybody suffers from it at some point in their life. Maybe they don't label it. Maybe they don't take this. They won't go through the same degree. Because everybody make different decisions because everybody handles something different. I pray to God, I'm thankful that I never wanted to go and just sit and smoke, you know what I'm saying, with somebody. But I know people that have, I know people that's on it now, people that's done passed away because of it. But we gonna just pray for Andy did. We gonna pray he get, you know what I'm saying? But if that's what he wanna do, I just pray that, he is prepared for however. Let's see, what's that? Mr. Show out crackers. See, there you go. Show out saying crack is right. We not studying show out. But I'm saying if you have any comments, if you want to email, text, if you have an opinion, you can go ahead and email it in. But do you really feel like this man? I don't know anybody. I'm not. I will say I don't know anybody because I do know people that have told me that they have just done it to be doing it. But if you know anybody, or if you a person that gets out there, because I know I smoke weed because I want to. You know what I'm saying? Yes, does it help with my pain and all that stuff? Absolutely. But do I smoke it because I want to? Absolutely. That's a decision that I made. That's a choice I made. That's a decision that I made to spend money on that. So people make decisions for whatever their reasons is. I can't say nothing bad about that man because I don't know what that man was going through at that particular point. But I'm pretty sure if you continue to listen to those videos and listen to what he's saying in those outcries, sometimes it's not a mental illness. Sometimes it's just a person tired trying to tell y'all and explain they need some help. And instead of judging the person, y'all need to try to make it make sense. Like what we do over here. So I'm not finna judge him. I'm gonna tell y'all need to help him. Those around him that start to go and get him help, even if they did. And that's the other thing. They were making comments about, oh, well, y'all was recording instead of going to get help. No, they were actually doing both the recording the person that was recording did say he knew who he was. They had contacted medical advice, but they were continuing to record for their safety in case anything had happened. That is very intelligent. Y'all record everything else, so y'all need to just make that make sense. All right. Now, we finna go to something else that's gonna piss you off. If you a parent, uncle, auntie, and I'm an auntie, parent, grandma, all of that. This next story had me heated, and I want to know how y'all feel about this. I know I got some parents, grandparents in the comments. It's the holiday season, but we in these schools, and every day we're seeing more and more of the abuse that is taking place in the schools. I don't know what could be done. I don't know if it's somebody watching that could tell me or somebody that's listening. But there was an incident that happened at a school. We finna go to this video where there was a school employee that struck. Y'all just watch this video and tell me what you think.
This video shows 3-year-old Braylon Tootle running down a hallway when a school employee gives chase and appears to strike the toddler in the head, forcing him to the ground. Moments later, Braylon, a special needs preschool student, is dangled upside down from his ankles and rushed down the hallway before disappearing out of view. Braylon's mother, Tanisha Lindsay, says school officials at Rosa Parks Early Learning Center first told her her autistic, nonverbal son was swatted in the back of the head. Weeks later, she says, Child Protective Services shared this video, which she is making public.
Listen, baby, I'm telling you right now, as the grandmother of an autistic child, baby, listen. That video, DCF will be the least of their worries, but he needs to be up under the jail. So if you didn't hear what happened, this young man, this teacher, this employee, decided to grab a 3-year-old that took off running from the classroom, which is autistic. This baby was running down the classroom. For those that cannot see this video, the teacher ran behind this young boy and took his elbow arm to hit this baby in the back of the head, slamming him to the pavement inside of the hallways of the school. He then picked this child up by his ankles and was dangling him, swinging him back and forth while he was taking him into a classroom. What happened after that, we do not know, because it went out of camera shot. Now, with so many children suffering from autism, and different things that cause them to respond, run, you know what I'm saying, elope, not run, but elope is what is the correct term for it. They act out, children act out. First of all, if you do not know how to respond to a child that is dealing with any of those behaviors, you have no business working with them whatsoever. And I used to work with them. I still work with them in everyday life, but as far as being in a school environment, you have no business. No business. And I wish that mother would contact me so I can come to the school and pay a visit to you, because baby, she got an auntie now. She damn sure got an auntie over here. That baby got an auntie over here. Mm-hmm. And we vibrate. Yep. Yeah, I ain't never am long lost. Mm-hmm. We connected. So don't be surprised if you get an email, because I would like a response from you that asked you like what possessed you. I for real. Some of y'all in these stories that they be sending to me, y'all, I would really love for y'all to contact them and tell them to respond. We had one person that was brave enough to come on the show, and then afterwards she didn't want no parts of it no more, because she said she began to get too much feedback from the response she got from being on the show, which I can understand, because she had to make it make sense, and that was the whole thing of why she was on the show, because she had to give a response. And I let everybody know, when you come on my show, you are going to have to make it make sense. And even if that makes you look bad, that's your truth. You have to deal with your truth and the consequences thereof. So your consequences don't just stop at whatever you had to endure. What follows behind with the backlash, that's all a part of y'all consequences. So keep that in mind when y'all come on here, which I don't mind if you do or you don't. I'm still tell the story if it's sent to me, because it's public news, and we're going to make that make sense. Now, my next story. This one here come from down the street from where I'm at over in Florida. And, if it's from Florida, sometimes you just got to sit back. And for those that ain't in Florida, if you hear about it, most likely it's true. So right over here in our neighboring county in Polk County, deputies busted three accused of giving counterfeit money to spend at Lakeland businesses. Now, we didn't have a video for this one, but I'm gonna tell you about this little backstory. So there are three big grown adults that decided to use some counterfeit $20 bills. When I read the story, they gave these baby $20 bills and they was giving it to these smaller children and sending them into the businesses to get change for these larger bills and then taking the money back to these adults. The babies got caught, babies told, the adults are now in trouble. Listen, I done told y'all, if what you do, that's your business. Don't involve these kids in your mess. Y'all, some of y'all adults are giving these children records, and you know what I'm saying. Don't, and I'm not gonna knock it because I done made some decisions in my life. I done made some bad decisions. I'm pretty sure my child seen some things that she had no business in. Pretty sure my grandchildren seen some things they had no business. Nieces and nephews, cousins, they all did. But that's why I'm here today to tell y'all to make it make sense because I wouldn't say nothing that I ain't never been through. Back then, you know, it was fun while we was doing it. You didn't think about the consequences. You didn't think about the detriment you was playing to the children's health. You didn't think about all of that stuff. You didn't think about the role you was playing into some of the activities that was going to be foreseen. You didn't think about any of that stuff, putting your children in jeopardy because they wanted to learn some stuff that their parent was doing. Them the things, the consequences that y'all don't think about. That's the stuff that you think about when you come on Make It Make Sense with Auntie. That's the stuff that you need to learn. Now, yeah, you might have did some stuff. That's how you know your growth. When you made the decision and then you learned from that decision and you're able to go back and teach others. Is everybody going to listen to you? Absolutely not. But there are some that's going to listen and some of them going to tell somebody else and they're going to all listen. Eventually, you know, the message is going to get around. It's going to get around and we're going to make that make sense. But I'm going to tell y'all over there in Polk County, I don't know why y'all still playing with Grady. I don't know why y'all continue to keep playing with this man. I'm telling y'all, y'all are super thugs because we all know that Grady don't play, especially when it comes to children. So yeah, so to these three adults that are now behind bars because they decided to break down money and involve these children, we're gonna pray that these children find them something to do. We're gonna hopefully we can get into some programs to get over there. Maybe we can get to Lakeland and go over there and teach the children how to make it make sense in Lakeland. Hopefully we're gonna get over there. But don't forget, we'll be in Georgia in January. Let's see. Walter say, wow, that is an old school hustle. We did that back in the 60s. I know. It's been a hustle that's been going on for a long, long time, and it's true. But we trying to break them generational cycles. We trying to show them generational wealth, not, you know, being behind the jail like it through a long line of generations. We're going to try to do something positive. We ain't going to try to teach them negative. So that's how I know. It's an old school hustle, most definitely is. Some stuff I done did, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. I'm not gonna pretend I'm not finna judge nobody because I done did it, but I am telling you all that you can make a better decision than doing that. Don't teach your kids that. And sometimes, you know, people say, well, they had to learn how to eat, they had to learn to hustle. They absolutely do, but there's other ways to hustle. I'm learning that now. Just make it make sense, that's all. But yeah, y'all don't be instituting these children in these crimes. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. It's really not worth it. We got to take our children. We you know, we got to take them serious. We losing them at a fast pace. We got to take them serious while we're here. We really do. Now, and then speaking of that, with our children and accountability, we finna go to this story, and this story broke my heart. You hear me? This story broke my heart. It's national news. It's going around, and it is still about some children. But this time it's not the adults. But I mean, I want to know where this child got it from, and it's probably the TVs, the movies, the video games, just life, the responses that he sees, how his parents respond to anger, how he see others around him respond to anger, how he see them around, how the possessions. It's things that's going on that we are not aware of. And listen, that's why Auntie is here to teach y'all this. Listen, I have ebooks, I have courses. Y'all can do all that. Y'all can contact me. I'm more than just a Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Know that. Auntie is more than just Tuesday night at 9. You can Google me, for real, for real. I'm finna get my books up there. I got some on pay help. I got some other stuff getting ready to come up there. Y'all can order shirts. You can get your Make It Make Sense t-shirts. I got a Make It Make Sense 2026 planner that's coming out. Y'all get all that stuff so we can make it make sense in 2026 so we can do it with our kids. But this next story is heartbreaking. We're gonna go to oh Jesus, even to tell a story is so sad. But this story involves 14 youth children under ages between 14 to 16. And once I'm gonna show the video to let y'all know what they did first, and then we're gonna talk about this. Because this is when we really need to talk about this because we are seeing it more and more. You can go ahead, DC.
14-year-old Danica Troy was reported missing as another heartbreaking runaway case. But police now say she didn't run away. She was murdered. And the suspects' identities are shocking. We have the newly revealed details that are horrific. A planned shooting, a body set on fire, and a confession to a secret witness. Now the victim's mom is telling a different story about what she says really lured her daughter into the woods that night. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart.
Okay, so we have to go in there. Y'all can look up the story. Y'all can look up the news. Now, this young lady was 14 years old. And at 14 years old, this young lady, her life was taken from her by another 14-year-old individual and a 16-year-old. This baby was unalive. This baby was lured into the woods. And it was all because this young lady decided she did not want to be with this young man. This young lady's life was taken by a 14 and a 16-year-old. Now, we have to, this is the one we're going to have to talk about. So if I don't make it to my other little, couple of stories, listen, hey. But I'm telling y'all, this is some stuff we got to talk about, even going into the holiday season, going 2026, because we're seeing too much of this. To know that the mind of a 14, 15, 16-year-old has been warped, twisted. What his baby understood, the only thing he understood was to unalive. And I'm going to tell you, not only did he unalive this baby, he took this baby life and he set this baby on fire. Set her on fire. Do you know the mind, what his mind had to be on? So do you know, and I'm not nobody gonna tell me that this was something that he just did overnight. Him or the other young man that was with him. This was a plan. This was planned. He planned this. He watched his baby. He stalked this baby. He planned this. Y'all, it's time to take it serious with our children. Every single day, we are seeing more and more youth unaliving other youth. They're unaliving adults too, but they are taking the lives of each other more and more. We are seeing more and more young people that do not know how to resolve conflict, that do not know how to communicate. Where are they learning this from? What do you think what do y'all think they're learning it from? Our youth are definitely being products of the environment. They're looking at political points on TVs where adults can't get along. Every time you look into a political meeting or something going on, they arguing, they fighting. You know what I'm saying? The environment, the earth, the around us, the atmosphere. The atmosphere is so thick with so much. But our children, we are losing our children. Nobody is paying attention. Nobody talks about it anymore. But we are steady losing kids, whether they're turning up missing, whether they're being unalived, whether they're being trafficked, whether they're being put, and I'm gonna mess your head up with this one. We are losing our children to themselves because our children are lost. We have children that don't have anybody to talk to. They feel they don't have anybody to talk to. So they're going into self-harm. I didn't get this video. This is the perfect time for me to talk about this. I didn't get the video over to DC in time, but I'm gonna mention this right now in the midst of this right here particular thing. The other days there was a young lady that sent me a video. It was a TikTok, and I had never heard of this, but she sent me. She was like, "Have you heard of the Blue Whale Challenge?" I didn't know what the Blue Whale Challenge was, so of course I Googled it, and of course AI immediately told me Google that it is a challenge that is basically where there are somebody behind a computer screen is preying on your children. They are telling your children to commit 50 different activities. And in these 50 activities, amidst them is mostly self-harm, doing things that's crazy. Anyways, it pretty much results in harming yourself or at least trying to harm yourself. So when I got the messages, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is insane, this is wild. But we know these challenges children pick up on challenges very, very quickly. All these challenges go crazy. And me, of course, I am a grandmother. Yes, I'm auntie, but I am also a grandmother. So a 13-year-old grandson, which is in middle school, which is faced with all these challenges every day. Again, you make it make sense because you send your kids out here to face the world, the same world you don't want to face, the same world you complain about, the same world that you can't make sense. We send our kids out here every day and we expect them to do it. We see all this mess that's going on that our children are up against, and we don't realize that sometimes our children are put in more stressful situations than we are as an adult. And there is nobody to absolutely for them children to talk to. That's when people like me, like Auntie, get involved. However, there are also people like these others that get involved with your kids. They get in their head, get in their mind, they're able to corrupt them. And then you want to get mad at this person for taking the time out. Even if they taught them something wrong, they still took out time to teach them. That time, apparently it was some time that was taken away from you, but at some point, that child felt that they couldn't talk to you. And that gave that person the opportunity to go in there. Let me see. Show I says, we never did follow the leader too much negative influences. And that's true. Back in the days, everybody wanted to be a leader. Everybody wanted to be one. They definitely did. Everybody wanted to be a leader. Now we do have a lot of follow me people, or pick me people is what they call them, pick me. So people that's willing to do anything to be on top, to be picked. Y'all, it's time to take back our children. It is time for us to real deal get more involved in our children's lives and stop letting the streets raise them and take them. It is truly time for us to make it make sense. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not, but y'all know I done said, I tell y'all, sometimes when a person make it make sense, maybe all the stuff that Trump tell y'all ain't so bad. Sometimes you got to pay attention to the underlying message. Maybe having your child back in your household for you to raise your children, and in some situations, that's going to be horrible. Because we already see what happened when, we went through COVID. People that was in horrible situations was put even more, in situations. But for those that, lack that time with their children, sometimes you have to have that time with your kids so that you can teach them. And then sometimes it's just, breaking a behavior. Because it's different times. It's different to break a learned behavior than to break something that was taught, that becomes a pattern. Something that becomes a pattern compared to a learned behavior. Baby, listen, you have to learn how to make that make sense. And a lot of y'all, it's evident that y'all not doing that. Y'all ain't learning it, so your kids not learning it. And they showing it. They don't know how to, deal with their anger. And they showing it. Parents, you're losing your kids to behind these prison cells, steady talking about you, this parent, I'm not this person, I'm not that person, yet and still, y'all gotta bear with me because I ain't got my glasses on. It says I'm doing hunting, camping, fishing, expos for the youth and bring them to a new learning environment. So yeah, he want to take people children to the woods and camp and stuff. Listen, I used to do that as a Girl Scout. I'm gonna tell y'all, this Moscato is really, really good. I'm not even gonna lie. It's real good. And again, this ain't no paid partnerships, but if y'all need to make some paid partnerships, Auntie is right here. This Moscato is the one. I'm telling y'all, tap me on the inbox. I'll tell you what kind it is. Because it's real good. Y'all think y'all sleep? I ain't doing it no more. I did it for free in 2025, 2026. I'm telling you, I need my money. I need my coins. If you ain't get in 2025 when I was blessing, listen, it's time to learn y'all lessons right now. Y'all gonna have to make it make sense. Y'all got to. Listen, you got to. Should have got in when you had opportunity. All right, listen. But I'm telling y'all, we got to get more involved. This was the one right here for me. This is my girl right here. So listen, a mother was arrested after she found her 14-year-old son smoking. Y'all already know he was smoking. And she chased him with a belt. And she was striking him with that same belt. So the boy, he took off running. So she was beating him down the street. Now listen, baby, listen. Mama beat him. Belt to ass, BTA. Y'all already know what it is. Like that GTA game they play. They need to come up with one, BTA. Maybe I need to go ahead and make that. But listen, we need to get back to that old school. My whole thing is, I understand people say, oh, she should have stopped beating him when the police got there. Why? If she was disciplining him, she should have been able to discipline him. She wasn't hurting him. She wasn't killing him. Because my thing tells you, I'm going to tell you just like this. If he ran from her with a belt, what you think he going to do from a police officer? And then it ain't going to be no whelp. It's going to be a bullet wound. Y'all need to stop being so soft on these kids. What they say? I call it big brother, big sister, big aunt, big auntie. I hear you. I hear you. But we need to do more. Like I seen that little group out there. I'm saying it's a little group of young men that's going out there with that BTA. They're not playing with these kids. They went out there to go visit some of the ones in Chicago. We need to start letting these. I'm telling you, when we was younger, we had peer mediation. Peer mediation. And that's when the school system was smart enough to know that when you're dealing with some stuff, sometimes a parent or a teacher can't talk to you about it because sometimes we forget that we used to be kids. So we put ourselves in this realm that we forgot what went on back then. So you have to have some children that know similar situations or have been through those situations. Right. They go around and they get them children right together. Right. Sometimes we have to do that, get more involved in our communities. If we want to bring it back, they say it take a village. Yes. Yes. But when that village is raising a child, it's supposed to be a raising. We come together and raise them. It's not that the person come in and be like, oh, but now you don't need to do this, that, and the other. Yes, you don't need to abuse them, but do we need to hold them accountable? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do we need to tear their ass up where they act up? Absolutely. Absolutely. And the fact that he ran because he got caught doing something he ain't had no business doing, he didn't want to feel that belt. Listen, that's a him problem. Absolutely. Yes. She put her side, hawked him down, picked up some chunk that hit him in the back of the head. Whatever she supposed to have made it made sense, and he would have too. Because when he made that decision, he knew his mama was crazy as hell. That ain't something he just learned. He already knew the consequences of that. So listen, shout out to that mama, baby girl. Let me know if you still locked up. I'll put some money on your books. Send some canteen, whatever it is. Beat them. It should be. Make it make sense. Maybe if you let parents take it back and hold the control. But then again, that go back to now, and I have to know because I don't know further than this story. But from what this says right here, no show and play with them. But if they let, these parents take accountability for their children, don't be abusing these kids, but hold them accountable at home, I don't feel that's abuse. Spanking a child, yeah, I don't feel that's abuse. Now, when you start abusing them, doing all that crazy stuff that some of y'all got going on, absolutely, they need to do to y'all exactly what y'all do to them kids. But tearing their ass up to get them right, no. And yes, I know whoopings don't work for everybody. It don't. But the ones, some of them that it do work for, y'all need to try it. Y'all definitely need to try it, and y'all need to make it make sense. I don't care. Someone on one of my other platforms say that you shouldn't tell the people to hit. Listen, let me tell you something. What worked for you, worked for you. It absolutely works for you, love bug. That worked for you. Sometimes there are children that you cannot spank, and sometimes there are children you have to tear their ass up. Sometimes they say, oh, well, if you hit a child, that's teaching them violence. No, it's not. It's teaching them stop playing with me. Sometimes it's a reaction. If you see a child going to stick their hand to a hot stove, you're going to pop their hand, right? Right. It ain't meant to harm them. It's meant to get them, to correct them, to show them, hey, snap out and get back over here. If a child is instilled in them that, listen, this is what's going to happen. I'm telling y'all, for every action, there is a reaction. What is this? Miss Amanda, I wish someone would tell me to put my belt away. I have a teenage male twins. Hey, listen. Right. And you raising men. I'm going to tell y'all something. Listen. Y'all, again, don't be out here hitting these children for control. And then people say, oh, well, if you use a belt, that's for control. No, that's absolutely not. But then if you want to do that, then you don't want me to put my hands on them. Because if I have to put my hands on, see, it's sometimes you got to pay attention to who you be talking to and what you're dealing with. If I got a belt, a ruler, or something to pop you with, then that's how many times you're going to get popped with that. Maybe once, maybe get popped with that belt across your behind, maybe once or twice. That's what it is. But if I get to the space where we feel like we finna put our hands up because, teenagers, children have a tendency to throw their hands back up. I was one of them teenagers. I was one of them kids. Hey, pick me. Ask mama. Well, Lord, you can't ask my mama. I'm so sorry I said that. But if you would ask my mom and them, ask my aunties, ask anybody that know me, I'm that child. I was gonna fight back, hit back, run back. I'm doing all of that. My daughter, same way. Same way. My grandchildren, you can threaten them with whippings and they pretty much cry. They don't want to deal with all that mess. They ain't on that. So they don't want them problem. They don't want no smoke. But they know if they want it, they need it. I got it for them. I definitely got it for them. In my household, when I had my sister them living with me, I had my daughter, my sister, I had my nephew. They all stayed in my house, and I had rules: spank, pop, fight. The older you got, you know what I'm saying, then that's what determined where it was gonna go. Because the older you get, the higher your level of disrespect becomes. I just want y'all to understand that. And yes, we have some very disrespectful little children. But when we have disrespectful little children, you have to look at their surroundings. What's allowed to be done, what they think is cute, what people think funny. All that. Again, I used to be one of them way back in the days, but the older I got as a parent, as a mother, aunties and all that, I started paying attention. I was young when I paid attention because I didn't play that disrespect shit. My daughter is one. She don't play that disrespect shit. No, absolutely not. So am I mad that I instilled that in her? Absolutely not. But I would never instill like abuse is not be abusive to a person. Absolutely not. But if it takes for you to get that child right together, and then people say, oh, everybody want to tell about slavery and the whoops and all that. I understand what you're saying. I do. And maybe that was something that we learned from them. I don't know. I don't care. If it gets your ass right together, it gets you right together. Because I can tell you right now, I have a child that is in prison that will tell you right now that he wished them whippings. So, it be the ones that you spell sometimes that don't never get the whippings that end up whipping you when you get older. Absolutely. That's what the old people tell you. And I'm telling you, I'm becoming one of them old people, and it is true. The ones that you sit around here babying and doing all that for, them be the ones that end up showing their ass on y'all. And I'm telling y'all, don't be abusing y'all children, but y'all need to take back the discipline in y'all households. Y'all need to reinstill, because everybody don't care nothing about how you raise your child, because there are people that are raised with levels of respect that will tolerate and not tolerate certain things. There are people that will not, don't accept it. They don't accept it. I'm not going to accept no disrespectful child. I don't care who you is. I don't care who you is. I don't care if your mama get mad, your daddy get mad, your peoples get mad. I don't care. If you disrespectful, you're going to get out my face, and I'm going to straighten you right then and there. And it need to be more of those that do that, but you need to know how to do it. You need to be emotionally intelligent in order to do that. And I teach that course too. I definitely teach that course too. But you need to be emotionally intelligent. You need to be able to take accountability for yourself before you can go and tell somebody else to take accountability for their actions. And it's a lot of people, that's where we get lost at it. We go to tapping in sociopaths and all different kinds of narcissists. And, we get into all different kinds of levels of stuff. And we ain't even trying to go there. We trying to learn how to communicate. We trying to learn how to do that. And we trying to instill that in our children. We trying to teach our children how to be able to problem solve without always reaching to harming themselves or others around them. How to be emotionally intelligent about the people that are around them. Because we are losing that in the world, as you can see, with all the calamity that's going on around us. It is definitely time for everybody to make it make sense. I don't know what you're doing to make it make sense, but I know what I'm doing. I definitely know what I'm doing. I'm coming to y'all every week, but I definitely know what I'm doing. I'm trying to teach as many as I can. I'm trying to instill it in as many as I can. I don't care what color you are. I really don't. I don't care what color you is. I don't care what your background is. I don't care who raised you. I don't care none of that. I just want you to understand that when you come to Auntie, we're going to make it make sense. And please listen. Now this, and I'm telling y'all for real, if you come to me and you want to talk to me, and we're going to talk. Let's go ahead and talk about this. For those that have been calling me, because I have had people call me that, they expect a certain thing. So we're going to, listen, I'm telling y'all for real. I have some people that call me and they expect me to be a person like this therapist person. And I'm a coach. So I'm going to coach you through what you're going through. We're going to learn the steps where I'm going to teach you how to do this. I'm a coach. Okay. So I want y'all to don't get that messed up. Now, within a coach, and y'all know this, whether you watch football, whether you watch tennis, whether you watch tennis, soccer, basketball, whatever you watch. When a coach is going to be on you. Coaches that'll motivate you. You know what I'm saying? And a coach is also there to break you. And yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, somebody's sitting there right now thinking like, what the hell? Yeah, sometimes you have to be broken in order for you to operate and work the right way. If you think I'm playing, go pick up an egg and try to eat it with the shell on it. I'm just saying, make it make sense. For real, just make it make sense. But no, seriously, you have to be able to be conditioned. I'm a person that you're not just gonna come to me. You will have to be accountable in order for us to get to you holding somebody else accountable. When you call to talk to me and you want to talk about your problems, I am there to listen, and we will listen and we will discuss that. But please know that you will be asked to be accountable. You will be held accountable. If I feel that there is any BS anywhere, I will discontinue the conversation with you. I will give you all the steps that you need to get yourself together, but I will not indulge in that because that is not who I am. That's not what I'm about. That's not what we teaching. Same thing when it come to kids. I teach the youth and the young adults to be accountability. That's what they come to make. The time, whether they're making a decision, whatever they got going on, whether they, answering a question, whether they're telling somebody they're gonna do something. Whatever it is, I'm going to hold you accountable. I am a person that will stay on you to hold you accountable until, we have reached that. I am. I will. I apply that pressure to you. I definitely will apply pressure. But at the end of the day, we will be able to make it make sense. Yes, we will. Let's see. Tasha. This is from one of the other accounts. Let me see. I'm trying to read this because it's a lot. Okay. This is in response to the young lady that was killed. Tasha says that she wanted to, do I think, basically, I'm just gonna sub it. She's asking, do I think that the parents of these young boys was aware? Listen, sometimes, and thank you for that, Miss Tasha. Sometimes the children are able to get things over us. You know what I'm saying? But it also depends on how much time you have invested in your children and what's going on. And I'm gonna say, this is not to knock anybody because work takes away. I'm a person that works a lot. So I know how work is, but I'm also a person that truly don't have no responsibilities outside of what I have going on. So I'm able to control my own schedules with my outside life, with my businesses that I run outside of my job. But there are some people that have to work, and they work in long, times. Their children are put in, after school programs, or they home. They put, they're entrusted with people that sometimes we really don't know these people, but we do. And they're put in these environments. We have to teach our children to be emotionally intelligent, and whether y'all know it or not. We have to teach our children how to learn how to communicate in certain situations. You have to learn that and teach that to your kids. So we teach that so they know how to respond in those environments. They know how to respond in those environments. You need to be able to teach your children how to make it make sense. Like, you definitely need to be able to teach them how to make it make sense. That's what we're here for. 2026, listen, all year long, I have a lot going on for 2026. 2026, listen, a lot is going on in 2026. We're going to stay busy in 2026. I'm trying to hit different cities, different states. If you have a city, you have a state, you have a youth group, you have an organization, whether it's online, whether it's in person, hit me up so we can come out and see what it's about. Even if it's something that y'all doing and you would like me to be a guest at, y'all send me the information. I'll come out if I can and make it make sense. And I'm telling y'all, I'm going on vacation soon. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I will be on vacation the last week of December. So we will be on vacation December 29th through January the 5th. So we will be in the Atlanta area in Marietta at the Spaces at the Battery. And I am super excited. January 3rd. If you have not gotten your tickets, go over to Eventbrite now and get your tickets. Spaces are filling up very, very fast. If you would like to order your shirts for the event, you can contact me at Lemons Make It Make Sense, or at admin at Aunti Make It Make Sense, or DM me. Inbox me here, whatever way you need to contact me, and we'll get the invoice over to you so that we will have your shirts available for the day of the event. I will have them available. If you want them shipped, you will need to place your orders now so that we can get those made and shipped out to you before the event. The event is January the 3rd. It is from 12:30 to 3 p.m. You don't want to miss this. Our theme is problem solving. It's from ages 6 months up until 20. Oh, we're gonna say 23 years old, but it goes older than that because if you are an adult, you're a parent, you're a teacher, if you want to learn something, you want to just network, you want to see what the program is about, y'all come out to the spaces at the Battery in Atlanta. We thankful to BFAM 109.6. I'm truly thankful for DC for welcoming us with open arms every time that we come. We are so thankful to the spaces and everybody there that welcomes us when we come out there, especially to the Braves, especially to Truist Park. Listen, I had a wonderful time. We was just there last month. We had a great time, like always, meeting new people. And I can't wait till we meet more people. So if you haven't got your tickets, like I told y'all, go over to Eventbrite, click the link, make it make sense for Auntie, make it make sense you 2026. Go ahead, get your tickets now. You want to get your ticket now. Spaces are filling up. I'm like, seriously, spaces are filling up. I went over there, I just received an email. Somebody was over there getting tickets. So you want to make sure you get your tickets because once they're gone, they are gone. And I am about to, like I said, we did extend the vendor program. If you want to be a sponsor, a vendor, if you have donations, we did extend that to the 20th. CEO show out, it says, y'all got to spell with me. Listen, I ain't got my glasses. Next week's show, Smooth Transitions Designs Media Group LLC will be giving away one lucky listener a free design t-shirt custom made. So listen, next week for the holidays, one lucky listener will receive a shirt. I also have a gift basket that everybody will, if you would like to chip in. If you would like to purchase a ticket to that, all the proceeds go towards the event. We're gonna do a Christmas Day gift basket that you'll be able to buy raffle tickets for. It is for your household. It is making me sense for Auntie. Listen, y'all see this? Yeah, we finna go. We've been. I thank y'all. Listen. So yesterday, shout out to my sister-in-law. I love her, Miss Ty. We did a little Christmas shopping. I went shopping and look, I found me a new little lounging gown. And if y'all ain't know, so I've been working so hard. My day is off. I'm off tomorrow. I've been at work all day. I worked last night. If you didn't notice, I had came in, I started sipping. Y'all know Auntie don't be so good. Auntie sips sometimes. They told me to sip some tea and some lemonade, but tonight we're gonna sip some Moscato. And we made it make sense. Yeah, I'm sipping tonight. But I did. I went shopping. And I want to tell Walmart, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Should be ashamed of yourself. I went to Walmart to start my holiday shopping because I got in the mood Friday. I decided to get in the holiday mood. I did. And I was like, okay, so y'all know everything has to be yellow. I love yellow, everything. But again, nothing is ever yellow for the holidays. So next year, I'm gonna try hard. I was supposed to do it this year, but stuff I allow. I'm not gonna say stuff came up. I allowed and I made decisions that I chose to do other things than to focus on my brand, my branding and my items for me to get into the stores on the shelf. I would love to see more yellow in the stores, that's bright, sunshiny, inviting, that it represents smiling, making it make sense that they're yellow, walking in your confidence, all of that. So we are going to do it. But I went to Walmart, y'all. And y'all know, I don't know if y'all seen them. It's hard to see it over here because it's a little smaller area. But I went to go get me one of the little stackable snowmans that everybody going crazy about. Y'all know the little stackable snowmans. And yes, y'all see he's yellow. We're going to talk about that too. But so I went to go get one. I go in Walmart. They got this stackable snowman that I want. They tell me it's $24.99. So I'm like, okay, but I'll wait because I got other stuff to do. We got to make them conscious decisions. Got to make, got to be proactive. So I'm like, I'll wait. Baby, tell me why I go into my other favorite store, which y'all know is the Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, and of course, Five Below. And then y'all know we go to Walmart every now and then for stuff, but I just had to go do something at Walmart because y'all know I love Target. But so I go into my favorite other store, the Family Dollar by me, because they had it was a joint Family Dollar Tree. They had it, but I guess they did away with it because it didn't work for them. But I really did love it. But so I go into this same exact store. I go in, I see this stackable. I'm like, okay, ooh, good. I can get me a stackable. Let me look and see how much it is. Pull up the same exact stackable, and I only paid $5 for it. Now, Walmart, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. On top of the fact that I was going to change him anyway, which is what we ended up with. So y'all know he the little red snowman with the stackable pieces. I brought him home and he's been Aunti. So now y'all see him. He's over there. He got his little, We got him. We got us a yellow snowman. Yep, we do. Now listen, so this last story before I leave and we get up out of here. This is funny. I don't know where it came from, but this one here is another make it make sense moment. And I'm gonna tell y'all, he got exactly what he deserved. I don't know where it was at, but shout out to the fellas and women or whoever that did this to him. He deserved exactly what he got. I'm gonna just let y'all see what he did. We'll explain it at the end for those that can't see. Go ahead, DC.
I'm more touching little girls, bro. Alright. Look at your man's though. Nigga, dumb tight, hair look crazy. Nigga, bad though. Oh, how we just shoot that? You doing bad, bro. Stop touching girls.
You lose some respect and on top of me?
Nah, Squad, you got to feel yourself.
What happened?
Get mad at me. Can you
Man, sure big.
Can you get my leg boost?
Who did you like this?
Nobody.
All right, first of all, so for those of you that can't see that video, this video is of a pedophile. That's what we're going to go ahead and call him what he is. That was touching or trying to touch some children. And there were some people that caught him. When they caught him, they beat him. And then they tied him to a pole on a corner with electric tape and left him on the side of the corner on the road and recorded him. Now, before I leave, I'm going to tell y'all the level of audacity. Because if you did not hear this man had the audacity that said respect him and untie him. Kids around here trying to touch on people's children, but he wants somebody to respect him and untie him because he told them don't be embarrassing him. Baby, we're going to make him go global so he know that everybody know who he was. So if he was worried about them seeing him just tied to the pole, the few people that seen him over there, now we over here, we're going to make it make sense. I want to know how you going to explain that to anybody that see this video. How do you explain to people that they beat you and tied you up because they caught you? Not that somebody assumed, not that nobody thought. And that go to all y'all to get caught on these videos that's talking to these children and messing with these kids. I pray y'all get exactly what you deserve. They should do to you what y'all have subjected them children to. They really should. But listen, I thank y'all for tuning in this week. Listen, y'all make sure y'all tune in this week. It's only a couple weeks away for Make It Make Sense 2026 youth event. I'm super excited. Y'all stay tuned for Simply Complicated at 11. Y'all know I love y'all. I truly thank y'all for all of the support. If you want to make a donations, I'm saying all of the money is going to the youth event. All of the donations is being given to the youth, to the kids that are around in the community that need them. If you would like to purchase a honorary t-shirt for somebody, you can do that. You can purchase the t-shirts. You can contact me. You can send the money on Cash App. You can send it on Zelle. You can inbox me. I mean, whatever you want to do, however you need to do it. Everybody don't use Cash App. I really don't like Cash App, but that seems to be the way that most people use it. But you can contact me, PayPal, Zelle. I got Navy Federal if you need to go ahead and do it that way and make a deposit. Any other thing that you need to do to reach out, if you need me to send you an invoice, we can do that as well. If you would like to just pay to purchase a t-shirt and we can just provide it to one of the youth at the event. If you want to purchase any of those things, you can do that. Contact me, inbox me, call the telephone number, text the telephone number, email me, DM me, inbox me, Google me, whatever you got to do. Y'all do that. I truly thank y'all for tuning in. This is your girl, Aunti. Thank y'all for making it make sense for Aunti. Again, I told y'all, stay tuned for Simply Complicated. If you have not subscribed, this is your chance. Go subscribe so they let you know every time I'm coming through and what we got going on. If you haven't got your tickets yet, go get your tickets and be ready to make it make sense with Aunti in 2026. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. Listen, go get your snacks. Get ready for Simply Complicated. I'm telling y'all, I'm finna get back to work, but y'all go ahead. When life give you lemons, y'all make sure y'all make it make sense. This your Aunti.